This week's video is all about our story before we came to camp. So, yeah. I guess out of all the demigods, I should probably be the one with the least tears, the least emotion, because I've had so long since I've actually had a family. So long since I haven't been at camp. But I guess that's how it should be. It's definitely not how it is. I guess I should probably start my story off before I was born. My mom had just been grieving. Her sister passed away a few days before all this happened. And she was at her funeral. She was crying. And this strange man showed up. It was, well, she didn't know it at the time, but it was Hades. And she kept mourning her sister, and Hades kept comforting her. And this kind of went on for a few months. And you know, they fell in love and had me. But my mom really didn't want to keep me. She would just always say that I reminded her too much of the people she's lost. I reminded her too much of Hades. And too much of her sister. Too much of just everyone. I was just too dark. So, she left me on the streets. She left me alone to fend for myself. As a toddler, tiny child. I didn't have a sword or armor or anything. I'd use broken glass from the trash of people on the streets, because the monsters were so bad. They would trick me into telling me that I had friends, and they would appear as my mom, and they would pretend, they would trick me into thinking that I had a home. They would hurt me, they would scratch me and bite me and give me scars. And I lived like this for years, until I met Johanna. And at first, I was getting too smart for these tricks these monsters were playing on me. I convinced myself that she was a monster. I just needed to forget she existed, just would not let myself try to comprehend that I could have a friend, because I had never had one. She started trying to win my trust, and I pulled away, and she would try to win my trust, and I would pull away again, and it just kept going on like this. I finally started believing her, and we ended up figuring out how to get to camp. And I mean, the monsters on the way were horrible. And I felt just so bad that the first friend that I'd ever had, because of me, all these monsters were attacking her. There's so many cuts that she had and so many scars that she will always have that I will always feel bad for. Because I know that if she would have just went to camp without me, she would have just gotten there fine. So I just kind of prepared myself not to have any friends other than Johanna. But even she just might leave me at this point. But as time went on, I became friends with these kids. Johanna, Sin, Zara, Bryson, these people became my friends, and I slowly accepted that I was gonna have friends. I was gonna have people that always have my back, that will always be there for me. When this YouTube thing started out, at first I was kind of hesitant, but I just became so close with these kids, and I've met so many amazing people. Like, I met Persephone, and through Persephone I met Noah, and it's just amazing to think that a kid like me finally have families and friends. I finally learned that the tricks these monsters played on me, they were nothing. The family that they promised me was nothing compared to camp. So I guess this is also a thank you for everyone at camp. Thank you for not giving up on me. Bye.